Welcome back to Sam's Watch Review. In this video, I will show you how to set and operate this watch, Casio AE1400. Anyway, if you want to know more about this watch, you can check our review. I will put the link in the description. Okay, first we need to be in the timekeeping mode. It will look like this, but if not, then you can press the mode button several times until you get the high-pitched beeping sound. That one. Okay, now if you want to show the name of the city for T1, you can press the adjust button. So actually you can program this watch to have multi-time T1, 2, 3, and 4. So yes, if you want to show the other city, so that one is T1, PKK. And then you can press the fourth button to show the next city. So this one T2, NYC. And then T3, London. And then T4 you can set. I will show you later on. Okay, next, if you want to activate the demo mode or the auto display, you can press and hold the forward button until it gives a beeping sound like that, and it will show T1, T2, T3, and T4 in sequence. Okay, and if you want to stop the demo mode or the auto display, you can press again the forward button or actually any button. Okay, now if you want to do the LCD check, easy, just press the adjust, mode, and forward button, and you might want to hold the watch in this position like this. Okay, and the trick is to press the adjust button a bit earlier or the forward button a bit earlier and then the other two, and you will get the LCD check screen like this. And then to show the next check screen, you can press the forward button again, and this one shows, let's say, the program or the firmware. And then yes, return to the timekeeping mode. Okay, now if you want to activate the backlight, of course easy, just press the light button like this. Okay, and then next, if you want to activate the mute or the silent button operation, you can press and hold the mode button like this until the mute indicator is showing right here on the top right. And now if you press the mode button, it will not make any beeping sound. And then if you want to deactivate, also the same step, press and hold the mode button until the mute indicator is not showing. So now if you press the mode button, it will make beeping sound again. Anyway, for the mute or the silent button operation, it will silent the button operation just like the name, but for the alarm and then hourly signal and also the timer, it will still gives beeping sound. Okay, now let's set the time and date on this watch, and to do that, make sure again you are in the timekeeping mode, and if not, then you can press the mode button several times like I showed you earlier. And yes, after that, press and hold the adjust button on the top left until the second is flashing or blinking. So now we can reset the second by pressing the forward button. It will become 0, and if the second is 30 or more, it will become 0 with additional minute like this. But if it is 29 or less, it will become 0 without additional minute, like this. Okay, now press the mode button, and we are setting the daylight saving. So for this one, you can also press the forward button to change. So is it going to be on or off based on your preference. Okay, and then again press the mode button, and now we are setting the city. And for this one, you can select whichever you want by pressing these two buttons. The reverse button will move to the west, and the forward button will move to the east. Okay, now press again the mode button, and we are setting the hour. You can use these two buttons again, so reverse will decrease and forward will increase. So it's like counterclockwise, and the forward button is like the clockwise. Okay, press again the mode button, and now is the minute. Same thing. Use the reverse button to decrease and forward button to increase. Okay, again press the mode button, and now we are setting the time format. So for this one, you can use the forward button to change. So is it going to be 12-hour format or 24-hour format? And then press again the mode button, and we are now setting the year. You can use these two buttons, so reverse button will decrease and forward button will increase. Again, mode button, and now is the month. Same thing, reverse to decrease and forward button to increase. Again, mode button, and now is the date. Also the same thing, reverse button to decrease and forward button to increase. Again, mode button, and now is the length of the backlight. you can use the forward button to change. So this one is 1.5 second, showing 1 meaning 1.5 second. It means that the afterglow effect of the backlight is shorter and it will save the battery more. And yes, press again the forward button if you want to change. So now 3 meaning 3 seconds, meaning that the backlight is longer, but it will consume the battery power more. So you can set whichever you want. And press again. Now return to the setting of the second. And if you're done with the settings for the time and date, you can press the adjust button and done. You have set the time and date for this watch. Okay, now as I showed you earlier, we have 4 times or 4 series in the timekeeping mode, and this one is the home series or T1, and then we have T2, T3, and T4. So now I will show you how to set T2, T3, and T4. So yes, T1 as I showed you earlier for the timekeeping setting, and then T2 we can press the forward button, so it now shows T2 NYC, and yes, we can set by press and hold the adjust button. Okay, now you can use the reverse button and the forward button to change the series. So this one will move to the west, the reverse button, and then the forward button will move to the east. Okay, and yes, you can press the mode button after that to set the daylight saving. So you can press the forward button to activate, or press again if you want to deactivate. Okay, if you press again, we return to the setting of the series selection, and if done, then you can press the adjust button. We have just set the T2, and then for T3 and T4 also the same thing. So T3 we can set by press and hold the adjust button, and now we can select the series that we want. Okay, and then press the mode button. We are now setting the daylight saving and so on, and press the adjust button after that. Okay, and yes, if you happen to travel to any of the multi-series here, so T1, T2, T3, and T4. For example, if you're from T1 and then flies to T2, in this case NYC, then you can use the T2 NYC becoming T1 or swapped with T1 by press these 2 buttons, adjust and reverse, like this. So now T1 is NYC and then T2 is PKK. Okay, and if you want to swap maybe T3, also the same thing. Press the adjust and reverse button, and now T3 will become T1, and what was T1 now becoming T3. Okay, and if I want to return again to use PKK as T1, then yes, I will choose this one because it was swapped with T2, and then I can press adjust and reverse button, and now T1 is PKK. And yes, T2 becoming London and T3 NYC. Okay, easy. And then next, let's move on to the next mode, the world time. And yeah, let's press the mode button. Okay, WT world time. In this mode, we can select the city by pressing these 2 buttons. Reverse button will go to the west, and the forward button will move to the east. And yes, it's more advanced than the other world time watch, because this watch has the separate or dedicated light button, so we can use the reverse button to move to the west for the world time mode. Okay, now if you want to activate the daylight saving for the city, you can press and hold the adjust button like this, and now the daylight saving is active. And if you want to deactivate, also the same method, and now it's not active. Okay, and then yes, once more, if you want to swap the world time city to T1 for the timekeeping, also possible. So for this one, let me move to, let's say I want to use, wait a moment, I want to use this one, Lisbon as T1. To do that, we need to set the world time to Lisbon. Okay, and then press the adjust and reverse button. So same step. And now the world time showing PKK, but for the T1 on the timekeeping mode is Lisbon. Okay, and if you want to return, also easy, get to the world time mode, and yeah, I want to use PKK as T1 again for the home city for the timekeeping. I can just press adjust and reverse. Okay, now the timekeeping has PKK as T1, and the world time is returning to Lisbon. Okay, now let's move on to the next mode, the alarm. Press the mode button and yes, ALM, alarm. So yes, this watch has 5 alarms, alarm number 1, and then press the forward button to change number 2, 3, 4, and 5, and then the next one is the signal, hourly signal or hourly chime. So let's back to alarm number 1, and yes, let's set alarm number 1, let's say for alarm at 5:15 in the morning, and to do that, press this one, the adjust button, and hold. So now we can set the time. This one is the hour, and yes, you can use these 2 buttons. Reverse will decrease, okay, and forward will increase. So let me set as 5, okay, and then press the mode button, and now we are setting this one is the minute. So let's say I want to set as 15. Again, forward button to increase and reverse button to decrease. Okay, now the setting, okay, I just pressed the mode button, and now the setting for the alarm type. So this one is one time alarm, meaning that the alarm will goes off, and then after that it will be off, okay. And if you want to change to become daily alarm, press the forward button, and now it is daily alarm, meaning that the alarm is active for every day. Okay, if you're done with the settings, you can press the adjust button. Okay, anyway, if you want to change the hour or minute again, you can just press the mode button and choose whichever you want, and then after that press the adjust button and done. Okay, in this view you can also change the alarm setting to be on, one time or off. So this one is on, okay, and then you can press the adjust button to change the setting. So this one is off, this one is one time alarm, this one is daily alarm. So yes, let's say if you want to deactivate the alarm for the weekend, then you can use this method to deactivate the alarm. And then if you want to activate again for Monday, then you can activate again as daily alarm. Okay, next for the alarm number 2, 3, 4, and 5, also the same method. You can try by yourself. And then this one is the signal or hourly signal, hourly chime. You can activate by pressing the adjust button. So now it is on, and again it is off. So whichever you want. Let me set as on for now. And yes, it will also activate this one, the indicator on the top right. Okay, now one more thing about the alarm is that you can do the alarm sound check. And to do that, press this one, the forward button, and hold, and it will give this beeping sound. Okay, now yes, let's move on to the next mode, and because that's all for the alarm. So press the mode button, and now we are setting the timer. And for the timer or countdown timer, you can press and hold the adjust button to change the length. So this one is for the hour. You can use the reverse and forward button to change the value. So reverse will decrease and forward will increase. Okay, let's say I want to set as 4 minutes timer. So yes, I will set this one as 0, and then press the mode button, and then I will set the minute as 4. So yes, I can use the forward button to increase and reverse button to decrease. So 0, 4, okay. And then press again mode button, and now is the second. You can use these 2 buttons. And yes, because I want to set as 4 minutes, then I will just set the second as 0. Okay, now press the adjust button and done. You can start the timer by pressing the forward button, okay, like this. And then if you want to pause or stop, you can also use the same button. Okay, and if you want to reset, use the reverse button. And yes, that's all for the setting and operation of the timer. Let's move on to the last mode, and that is the stopwatch. Okay, for this one, actually there are 3 methods to use the stopwatch, but I will only show you 2 of the most commonly used. Okay, the first one is the start stop, and you can use the forward button to start, and then again to pause or stop, and then again to continue, and then again to pause or stop, and so on. And if you're done with using the stopwatch, you can use the reverse button to reset. Okay, and then the other use is for split time. And to do that, press the forward button to start, okay? And then use the reverse button to get the split time. And yes, now we get the split time at 4 seconds and 36 hundredths of a second. And now the time is still running in the background, so meaning it's not going to be 5 after this, but it already jumped to the time that is now running in the background, so maybe 20 or something. And to show that, press the reverse button, okay? And if you want to get the next split time, press again, okay? And then to exit from the screenshot of the split time, you can press again the reverse button, like that, and so on. And yes, you can get as many split time as you need. And then after that, press the forward button to stop and reverse button to reset. And yes, that's all for the stopwatch. Now press the mode button and we're back to the timekeeping mode. And yes, that's all for the settings and operations of this watch, Casio AE1400. I hope I already covered all of the main settings and operations. And anyway, if I missed something, please put them in the comment below. It will be very helpful for me and also for the other viewers. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to click like and subscribe. I will see you again in the next video. Have a great day.